You can just roll it now. Oh yeah. Oh. Oh. Oh, we're going. Woo! Yeah. Hey. Hello. My name's Gene. I am a photographer, and that's typically the videos that I make on this channel. But I do have other interests and other things that I like to learn about. And one of them happens to be in the world of finance, and more specifically credit cards and travel hacking and the benefits that credit cards offer. And so in this video, I want to actually talk about two credit cards that I have. These two guys right here. Can you guys see numbers? I hope not. These two guys right here. It is the Chase United Explorer card and then the Amex Platinum card. And just kind of talk about how I use these cards, and on a recent trip to San Francisco, how I was basically able to airport lounge hop. So that's what this video is about. Before I get into showing some footage of the airport lounges that I visited, I need to at least kind of explain these cards. So this is the Chase United Explorer card. It has a $95 annual fee, but it has a ton of benefits like priority boarding, $100 credit for TSA pre-check or global entry, travel protection benefits, first free checked bag, bonus sign-up miles. But in this video, what I want to talk about are the 2 United Club passes that you get per year. And like I mentioned earlier, the annual fee on this card is actually free the first year, and then every year after that to hold it, it's $95. But in regards to those 2 United Club passes, those tickets, they're typically $59 per ticket. So already, if you use those 2 club passes per year on this card, you're already getting your money back from the annual fee on the card. That's this card. The other card is the Amex Platinum. This card is a little different than the United card in that the annual fee is much more steep. It's actually $550 a year, easily the highest annual fee card that I own. There are a ton of benefits that come with this card where you're able to actually make your money back on top of your annual fee. But again, just like the United card, the thing that I actually want to talk about is the lounge access that this card provides. And it gives you access to arguably one of the more elite, if not some of the best lounges in the world, and that's the Centurion Lounges in airports. So with that being said, as far as both of these cards and the lounge accesses they provide in airports, I actually just want to show you guys what those lounges kind of look like, because I was always curious before I got into all this stuff. Where are these people going into? How are they getting into these lounges? What are in those lounges? And so on my recent trip to San Francisco last month, one of my goals was to use these cards to get into lounges, film some B-roll so that I can show you guys what it looks like inside. Let's just start with my experience at O'Hare, which is where I flew out of because I live here in Chicago. And O'Hare has a few different United Club lounges. And in a different concourse, I actually walked much further away from my departure gate. I got into that lounge, and basically my first experience going into this lounge was incredible. I walked in, I just used my phone to show the pass, and then I went on this escalator. And on that escalator, you take it, it's a short trip, you get to the top, and then you're opened up to a huge seating area. And then when I turned my corner to the right, you just see this long hallway with seats to the left and windows. And as I kept walking, you see like a coffee station, and there was a food bar that had some beverages and pastries and granola bars and oatmeal and cereal. And there's also a bar as well that was serving alcohol and other drinks that were available at that bar. It's just really expensive to buy food and drinks and alcohol in airports. In these lounges, for as long as you stay there, the food's free. Essentially, you're not paying for anything in that lounge once you step in. Overall, I had a great experience in this United Lounge. Now fast forwarding over to San Francisco, after my work trip was done and I was leaving San Francisco, I actually went to the airport a little earlier, knowing that I wanted to check out 2 lounges. One being another United Club lounge, but the other one being the Centurion Lounge that is in San Francisco. I went to the Centurion Lounge first. As soon as you walk in, there are stairs or an elevator that takes you to the 2nd floor, and it's super pretty as far as what the lounge looks like on the outside. But when you get in, you're greeted by the front desk person. They check you in. And in all these lounges too, they make sure that you have a departure ticket as well. So you have to show both the pass, the membership, and then the actual departure ticket for your plane ride. But once that was all taken care of and I was checked in, I was actually ushered by one of the staff members to a table, and that's not normal. That is definitely a COVID restriction thing. But I was walked to a table, I was sat down, and then from there I was able to grab breakfast at the breakfast bar. And normally it would be buffet style, but again, just with the circumstances that we're in, it wasn't buffet style. It was someone there actually handing out the food as you asked for it. But got the food. Food was awesome. Very surprised by how good the food was. And it was breakfast too. Breakfast tends to be the meal in most lounges that is probably the least coveted. It's usually the lunch and dinner menus are a lot better. But even the breakfast menu, I was very surprised by it, very satisfied and very pleased with the quality of the food. And the bar, I didn't get any drinks, but it was right in front of me. And from what I can gather and observe, the bartender was very friendly, offered various drinks to any customer that came in asking. But I did make sure to grab some coffee. And so I walked over to the coffee station, and there's actually someone there at a machine providing the drinks that you wanted. So I think I got a cappuccino, but cappuccino was fine, it was great. The bathroom too was pretty awesome. I felt weird filming in the bathroom, but it was super clean, well lit, nice aesthetic. I know it's weird to say about a bathroom, but it was really clean, and yeah, the bathroom was just clean. It was awesome. It was great. Like, I went to the bathroom twice. It was cool. Overall, my experience with this specific Centurion Lounge is that it's a good lounge. It's definitely, from what I've read and watched, it's not the best Centurion Lounge that exists in the States, but it's a great lounge. And I think it's a great lounge experience that I had prior to coming back to Chicago. The staff were extremely friendly, and overall, it was just nice to eat really good food, grab a pretty decent coffee, and know that it was all just free. I keep saying free. I know it's not free because you're paying for that card annual fee, but it was a wonderful way to relax before a flight and not worry about waiting at the gate and the Wi-Fi. And overall, great experience. It was fun to film some stuff in there and just kind of show you guys what it looks like for those who are curious what it looks like in a Centurion Lounge. But right after that, I also wanted to check out the United Club Lounge. So I walked a few minutes, got to the United Club Lounge, was checked in with no issues, and it was definitely a different vibe than the one that I checked out in O'Hare prior to my trip starting, but still very big. And this one was noticeably a lot more packed, so a lot more people in there, and their breakfast bar selections weren't that great in my opinion. But again, for someone who just wants to get away from the traffic of airport gates and just kind of step in somewhere where it's a little quieter and there's some free food and beverages that are offered, still a great lounge experience. So I literally went there, walked around, checked out the bathroom. Bathroom was great. You're noticing a bathroom theme here. Yeah, bathrooms and lounges are just like honestly much better than the ones in airports. Checked out the food, grabbed some granola bars, and then I sat by a window literally for 5 minutes. And then I walked out of the lounge to get to my gate because my flight was boarding. So I literally used that club pass to be in there for maybe 10 minutes just to check it out. But I just wanted to see what the lounge looked like there and compare it to the one in Chicago and the Centurion Lounge. And I intend on checking out lounges as I continue traveling for the rest of this year and maybe make more videos for you guys to see. But hopefully this video gave you a good insider's look into what these lounges look like. And especially for those who have never seen a lounge in an airport, they're awesome. It's just, you feel like you're in a different world. I was always curious before I got into all this stuff, what these lounges look like. And now I have a better sense of what they look like, at least a few of them. If you're interested in learning more about these things, getting into credit card hacking, travel hacking, getting access to these lounges and so many more benefits, let me know. I'd love to make more videos. Just curious if you're interested at all. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Bye. Bye.
No, make it sound like
This is what actually happens in a YouTube video when you're filming.
Ready, set.
Whoa!